Hi everyone, I'm Kristen. I am the groom's grown-up, best man, hand of the groom, take your pick. Let me just start by saying, Shanna, you look absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and Greg, you are also here. I'm just kidding. You look very handsome, but don't tell anyone I said that. I will deny it if you do.
It's on video.
For this speech, I thought about being sincere and heartfelt, sweet and thoughtful, but that just wouldn't be our style, now would it? No, that would be terrible. Many of you know how much Shanna and Greg love Disney. Their karaoke song is A Whole New World, from Greg's #1 movie, Aladdin. And my favorite time I've gotten to witness them performing this duet is the night that Greg proposed to Shanna, getting down on one knee and asking her to marry him just as the song was finishing. She said duh, and fast forward through months of wedding planning and a short apocalypse later, and here we are today. I felt that Disney would best help me express what I want to share with Greg and Shanna on this special day, so if you'll excuse my rusty voice that hasn't regularly sung in over 15 years, there are a few things I'd like to say. Look at this crowd, isn't it neat? Family and friends all have taken a seat to celebrate your wedding day. This is everything. Look at this group, many stories untold. How many secrets can one best man hold? Looking around here you think, please, don't say anything. I've known Greg for over 22 years. That's right, our friendship can legally drink and then some. We met performing in the musical Bye Bye Birdie when I was in 6th grade and he was in 7th. During one scene, he was assigned to catch me when I fainted while Conrad Birdie danced. Greg constantly joked that he would drop me, but every single time I fell, he caught me, as I never doubted he would. And if that doesn't sum up Greg in a story, I don't know what does.
He loves you, Shanna. There's nothing new. He loves you, Shanna. He'll be true. When he's not near you, he's blue. Oh, Shanna, he loves you.
Yes, I know that Bye Bye Birdie is not Disney, but I hope you will all forgive its inclusion in this speech, given that the show is the entire catalyst for our friendship. Some of you may not know this, but approximately 1 million years ago, I went to Greg's senior prom with him. I have pictures. Find me after the speech. We've even recreated that prom picture throughout the years at bars, at Yankee games, in pools. We even took an updated one today. It's fun to track our friendship through awkwardly posed pictures in random places as we get older, potentially weirder, and hopefully slightly wiser. Wait a sec, this is not Disney. Oh wait, yes, now it is. That's crazy. It makes sense that Star Wars would have to make an appearance in this speech. Whenever Greg and I are squabbling, as we tend to do, we can always agree on the amazingness of Star Wars. When the new movies in the saga came out in recent years, we were at every opening night together, with several of you here tonight. Greg and I constantly bicker, and he often drives me crazy. It kind of reminds me of Han and Leia, you know, if they'd never fallen in love, but honestly, I think we're more like Luke and Leia, because let's face it, Greg, you are my brother. Is that too much emotion? Whenever we go to karaoke, Greg sings Disney and I rap The Real Slim Shady by Eminem. If you thought you'd get through this speech without me rapping, you were wrong. But since we're sticking with Disney, hey, honestly, I can go on and on. I can explain every Greg Wright phenomenon. The jokes, the grunt, the frown, oh, that is just Gregory messing around. He's got the heart and he's got the guts. Leaking his sweet nature will drive him so nuts. What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Greg Spencer, he'll jump into the fray. And the one sense of love in this room. So strong for the bride and the groom, better than on Zoom. Love hearing about her. Frequent text messages from Greg were all about the awesome girl he had recently met. She's so cool, we talked for hours. We talked about the Legend of Zelda. On and on he went. When I finally met Shanna, it was shortly after they had started dating, and I could tell Greg was crazy about her. She came to a party I was hosting, and she arrived to a huge group of our theater geek friends from high school who are warm and loving and welcoming and loud and a lot. Shanna didn't miss a beat. She fell right into the group and hasn't left since. From that night on, I'm happy to say that Shanna went from being the cool girl on my text thread with Greg to being my friend. And I wouldn't have it any other way. In fact, I regularly joke that I would like to trade Greg for her. Yeah. Shanna and I often commiserate over the fact that Greg rarely smiles in pictures. He likes to pretend he's curmudgeonly, even though he really has a heart of gold. We have tried too many times to count to get him to smile in pictures. And I'm finally at peace with it, and Shanna, I think you should be too. Today, I'm finally saying that we both just need to let it go, let it go. He'll never crack a smile. Let it go, let it go. That just isn't Greg's style. Here I stand to finally say, let his scowl rage on. His frown never bothered you anyway. Greg and I make fun of each other quite a bit, if you haven't gotten that already. But really, I think the world of him, as do so many other people. Before I got my driver's license, he drove me basically everywhere for a year. He was patient when I was late, which was always, sorry. And we laughed and bonded during those many car rides. As adults, oftentimes I come up with an idea and Greg is the one who makes it happen. Sometimes we spend a whole day having a completely coherent text conversation utilizing nothing but GIFs. And sometimes weeks go by without us talking, but that doesn't affect how close we are. We often joke that if one of us calls the other in the middle of the night and says, I need help, the other will show up with no questions asked and with a shovel, just in case. And he has the most important quality a friend can have, because at the end of the day, Greg Ryan is the guy that shows up. The truth is, no one plans like Greg Ryan, does jazz hands like Greg Ryan. This friend group has so many fans as Greg Ryan, for there's no man in town half as trusty, though he might be no pure paragon. But ask any Will, Josh, or Jeffrey.
That's right!
They'll tell you his team they prefer to be on.
Never like Greg Ryan. Never like
Actually good at stage managing. My, what a guy, that Greg Ryan. This speech wouldn't be complete without some representation from Shanna's favorite Disney movie, The Lion King, and one of the best songs ever, Disney or otherwise. Greg is married to Shanna. What a wonderful phrase! Greg's married to Shanna. Ain't no passing craze. It means you're together for the rest of your days. It won't be problem free. What fun would that be? Greg's married to Shanna. Now, I think this is the part of the speech where I'm supposed to offer marital advice or something. So I thought I'd let the married people in the bridal party provide some insight into marriage. And what a wonderful teacher! close. Yes, I'm almost done. Thank you for sticking with me. I thought we should end on a song from an epic Disney love story and a slight study in Stockholm Syndrome. I feel the song is an appropriate choice given that Greg and Shanna, your love story really is a tale as old as time, tune as old as song. She's so sweet, he's strange. Please don't ever change. We've loved you all along. Certain as the sun, rising in the east. Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty as a tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Shanna and the bee. Greg and Shanna, I love you both, and I know you will live happily ever after. To Shanna and Greg.